Many thanks for joining us again today and compliments of the season. I want to deeply apologize for starting the program behind schedule. Today we thought we should look at, take a thorough assessment of Buhari's, that's President Muhammadu Buhari's war against corruption. So far a lot has happened. Of recent, again, at the FEC meeting, they were thinking of giving 5% to whistleblowers of looted funds. So maybe that will help us solve this problem of corruption in this country, which is a big problem, really. And to do the discussion with us today, I have Honorable Gbenga Abiola, the sole administrator, Agege Local Government. Thank you very much for joining us.
Compliments of the season.
Yeah, same to you.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your assessment generally of Buhari's war against corruption?
Should I go by percentage?
By percentage won't be bad.
By percentage, so far, I'll still give PNB 60%.
60,
Yes.
that's pass back.
Yes, pass mark. You see, corruption has eaten deep, too deep. Corruption alone is a cabal on its own. And you're looking at, it's like fighting a nation. Everybody at one time or the other, every organization, or most, don't let me generalize, have soiled their hands or their organizations in one thing or the other. So if you are looking at fighting corruption, if you say PNB is fighting corruption, he is not fighting those in government alone or in past governments. It's fighting those organizations, it's fighting individuals. So if you look at it holistically, the first question is, how do you start? You know? So far, I think the first thing that matters is the intention.
The intention.
Yes. And PNB has followed through that intention strictly. And I think we're on the right track.
Okay, because you said the way you painted it, it seems PNB is fighting principalities and powers, really, because a whole lot institutions are there.
Yeah.
And again, of recent, because in my intro I said the whistleblower that tells us where or how to find looted funds will be given 5% of the fund recovered. Do you think that will fight corruption?
It's a good one, but more can be done. I think what is more important, or most important, is to protect the whistleblowers.
Protect?
Yes. If I give you an information and I get money in return, and at the end of the day, the information leaks that I was one who gave that information, my life is at risk.
At risk, yes.
And then even when more whistleblowers have more information, because they know that their lives are at stake here, they might not want to come out, despite the fact that you are giving them 5% or even more.
More.
So
Because
the most important thing, first and foremost, is to protect. There should be an act.
So
a sort of protection act.
so they protect their identity.
Yes.
They should know. They
Yes.
should not know.
Yes. They should not know who supplies what information. Because my life is much more important to me than whatever you are giving me.
Yes.
So I think, yes, it's a good step, you know, at least for those who want to perpetrate in corrupt acts, who know that anybody watching can actually sell you out.
Yeah. Anybody.
Anybody. Yes.
It makes a lot of sense. But you said protect. Has Jibrin, the member of the House of Representatives, that alleged that Honorable Dogara and others padded the budget and allocated some funds to themselves, has he been protected, or was he protected? Because it seems Jibrin is left out in the cold.
Yeah, you may be right. Sometimes I really don't want to discuss that issue, the issue of Jibrin and Dogara, because I believe there is a lot more hidden that we don't know. You know, they were in the house together, they were in committees together, and suddenly something springs up, and I don't know.
And Jibrin was even supporting Dogara then.
At one point,
to become,
yes, to become speaker. So what happened along the line? What happened? Why did the whistleblowing come? How factual or how authentic are the facts?
It could be witch hunting or backstabbing. So.
Because they belong to the same institution.
And something happened.
I would have loved to discuss further if the whistleblower was not within that institution.
Okay, can we imagine now that it's not Jibrin?
Yes.
Can we imagine? Because the support is not there for Jibrin. Can the support be there for somebody else? And Jibrin is saying he has evidence. If it was somebody else, will the person get that same support?
That's what we are saying. If it was somebody else, the first thing first is discrete information. For those who are supposed to act, to allow them act.
But apparently, even we, Nigerians, are we ready to listen to Jibrin or somebody like are we ready to listen? Because it seems it's just business as usual.
Yes, the thing is, I think why Jibrin is not getting so much support is because he belongs to that institution.
So the circumstance around that.
So some people will pity him and say, oh, he's standing for corruption. The same set of people will have a rethink and say, oh, but he belongs to that institution. What happened along the line?
And all of a sudden.
So what happened along the line?
He became born again or something.
He became born again in this institution. Then he should have left.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as far as I'm concerned, it is more about protecting the identity. In fact, what legislators, what they should be considering first is have an act, a whistleblowing protection act.
To protect the individual.
Yes, so anybody who gives an information can go about in confidence and ready to defend that information.
Okay. Yeah. A lot has happened, really. We'll be taking them one after the other. The EFCC acting chair wasn't confirmed at the end of the day. Though some people are saying it wasn't a confirmation per se that happened. But do you think that thing that happened, that's the Senate saying, okay, we're not sure about this man, or he's got skeleton in his cupboard, the allegations that the house is staying as at now is owned by somebody under investigation also. Do you think what is happening now will derail Buhari's fight against corruption?
Well, sincerely speaking, I don't want to be biased here, but if the job of the lawmakers are to represent us, and someone is subject to confirmation, and their petitions and their allegations, I think it's in their purview to either investigate and act on it, and pending that time, should that person be confirmed? And secondly, I don't think it's an outright cancellation that it can't still be confirmed.
Yes, it can't still.
If everything that he has is an allegation, is subject to confirmation. So if after investigation, if he's found not wanting, I don't see a reason why they shouldn't confirm him. Then if that happens and he's not confirmed, then I think we have a problem.
And if truly the allegations against Magu were true, that means they don't have to confirm it.
You can't fight corruption and soil your hands in corruption.
What about, can you give me an assessment of Magu himself in the fight against corruption? We have Lamode, people were saying Ribadu was the face of anti-corruption, but do you think Magu is trying?
I used to think when Ribadu was EFCC chairman, from what I understood it, Magu was like the like the actor
Yes.
working for his boss. So I believe Magu, in one way or the other, contributed to the so-called name Ribadu has now. You know, so I think he's experienced. I think he knows the job. And you can see within a short while, as acting EFCC chairman, he has moved. If not for the judicial issues ongoing, I think a lot of positive results would have been got. So I think Magu is experienced. It's just that the allegations are something that should be investigated, and I'm still waiting for the federal government side of the story or response. I don't think they have, but so far so good. I think he started well as an acting chairman of EFCC, and if given the backup, if appointed, if confirmed, we found no one thing of the allegations, and with good judicial reforms, I think Magu will perform.
Okay. Yeah. What about when you heard that Babache Lawal, the secretary to the government of the federation, again, he had skeleton in his cupboards also, like the allegations that Babache Lawal is a director to a company that was given contract to cut grass for 220 million now, and again, the Babache, a lot that was said about him. What do you think about that? Because even the president said, okay, well, you guys go ahead, probe these people, if you find them wanting.
First, let's hope it's not some part also going on the ground. Let's hope. I always like to give the benefit of doubt. But secondly, if you, at that cadre, have such allegations, I think you should be answerable to those allegations. You know, so if the Senate has said, I think what the Senate should have done is direct a committee to properly investigate. So coming out to totally knock him out feels like there's some power.
Something going on.
Senator Dilo Melai was I don't want to use the word, you know, so it feels like it's more of personal power tussle
For the body language.
than, you know, so there are greater issues, you know, that should be discussed, that you can bring that enthusiasm into. There's the issue of the civil service, what do you call it, increment in minimum wage.
Yes.
These are things that you should put that energy towards.
And there are governors that have not paid salaries.
Yeah,
even
so you should put that energy towards that. But the way he was putting the energy to, personally, I feel he made it a little obvious that there's some power tussle going on. But above that, if Babache Lawal has been accused, the allegations against him, I think honorably he should subject himself for investigation.
Should he resign, or maybe when he's still in office?
I don't think the secretary to the federal government has immunity.
No.
So I only advise that you resign or leave a position if the position would disturb you from being probed. Do you understand? So right now, it can be investigated, even as the secretary to the federal government.
But there's something that you said again. You said the way you saw the Babache Lawal, everybody going about it, it seems there's something happening.
Why did it just come up all of a sudden?
But why is it that even in Buhari's cabinet, there seems there's kind of division somehow? Even because we knew there's a rift between the Senate and maybe the leadership of the Senate and the executive. Will all this rift help Buhari to achieve anything at all?
I don't see any rift.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I don't see any rift. I only see politics being played out. They came in through politics. They came in to that position through politics. So even in an institution, in every organization, there's politics.
So
within a board, there's politics.
So if you think there's a disagreement,
Yeah, there could be disagreement.
and that's not a rift.
Well, it depends on how you define it. What's the difference between a rift and a disagreement? Most times you disagree
to agree,
so you can agree.
Okay, maybe.
But when there's a rift, like the Yorubas will say, "Akin lole ejo, kapada wa dore." Do you understand? So I think it's just disagreement on certain issues, certain policies, and some of them they amend, some of them they prolong. You know, it will go on and on like that. And
Okay.
you know that the set of people coming in now, a lot of them are, fresh hands.
So they should get
new
used
party,
to each other.
So it will happen.
Okay, I now understand. If there's a disagreement between politicians, it's not a rift.
It's not a rift, yes.
We need to go on a short break. When we'll come back, a lot to be discussed. Don't go anywhere, please. Thank you for staying tuned. You're still watching StandPoint. And my guest today is still Honorable Gbenga Abiola, Sole Administrator, Agege Local Government. And we're still looking at taking an assessment of the war against corruption so far. We've talked about a whole lot, but let's try and look at Mr. James Onanefe Ibori, the former governor of Delta State. He has been released from prison in UK, though he still has a lot of cases in front of him. What do you think now that someone that confirmed or pleaded to looting the funds of Delta State to millions of dollars? What do you think? Do you think Nigeria, when he's repatriated, Nigeria will take over from there? And do you think in a country that the high courts couldn't find Buhari guilty of 170 count charges, will still find a way of putting him behind bars?
Well, we are getting there. But first, why should he be celebrated? That's the question. The first question is, why should he be celebrated?
By his people.
I saw the Facebook post. I know, and what's the celebration about?
The people there, the people of Ogara says, of Ethiopia local government in Delta State, says Ibori is their illustrious son. So he should be praised.
How do you define illustrious?
That may be
a lost. Yeah. Lost. The only thing I pick from that word is the word lost.
Lost.
I don't know. No offense, no harm, but I think it's not something we should celebrate. I know that this is another test for the Nigerian government, because if a court in Nigeria could not convict him
of 170
and then he gets convicted for us by another country, he serves his tenure. What did you call it?
Tenure
in jail. And then he's released. Okay, tell me how they won't convict now. If he has gone, he has been convicted, he has gone to jail, he has come out. I don't know, but personally, I don't appreciate the fact that he was celebrated in that light.
Talking about our celebration, is it that our people now, as in we Nigerians, we've been relegated to the fact that we don't even know what is right from what is wrong, really? Because if somebody can loot almost more than $50 million from a state and is still celebrated, is it that the politicians have reduced us to that, or we've reduced ourselves to that?
Everything, politicians. Is Governor Ambode not a politician? Is Ashwaji Bola Ahmed not a politician? They are politicians. These are people that invested in the lives of people.
Giving back to the people.
Yes. I beg to digress a bit. Buhari was governor when Asiwaju was governor.
Yeah, 1999 to
Asiwaju created KAI, Kick Against Indiscipline. He created LASMA, LOMA, and which other one? Do you know how many people were employed? He created the BRT prototype.
Yes.
And started it before he left office.
And the refuse people also.
Yes, Loma.
Loma.
He invested in people. And that's why I wasn't shocked when the first EFCC case came, he was discharged.
Discharged.
Code of conduct came, he was discharged. Because instead of investing in himself, he invested in institutions that will invest in the people automatically. And today, he is the leader of a great party.
And he's still a politician.
And he's still a politician. Who are those celebrating him? That is the type of celebration that is endless. That's the type of celebration that Awolowo enjoys today. That's the type of celebration that he would enjoy even when he gets old and passes by.
So it's not the fault of the politician.
So it's not the fault of the politician.
It's the fault of the people.
If you see, one thing I've noticed about the people is that if you suffer in a 4-year term, if you suffer 3 years, and for just 1 year, someone comes and showers cash on you. What do they call it? What do they call this Ekiti fire share strategy?
Infrastructure.
Stomach infrastructure.
And that's all.
You understand? So it is not about the politics. We ourselves, as a people, should take it upon ourselves to condemn what is and celebrate what is supposed to be celebrated.
Can I quickly take our first caller? Adedoyin from Ikorodu. Good morning, Adedoyin.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Nabo.
Good afternoon, sorry. How are you?
I'm good. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Concerning the issue that you're discussing, I believe Buhari has the most, he has done a greater mistake at the beginning by making a pronouncement that he belongs to everybody, he belongs to nobody. You don't say that in politics. Had it been Buhari actually gave it feet to put Ashwadi forward to handle the political affairs for him, you understand? He wouldn't have had any problem. Because I believe, from my own school of thought, I believe if it is not politically well, it cannot be economically well. You understand?
Yes.
So the truth is, Ashwadi of today, everybody believes is the leader of that party. He should have given him that opportunity to run the affairs of the party. So that is just it.
All right, then.
He has done a mistake, and he just needs to put up that mistake back before he gets up on that.
All right.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Do you want to react to that?
Yes. I want to agree with that. You see, give it to whom it is due. It is not, some people say you are over-celebrating, but it is not. This is a man that came from, as an accountant in Mobile, and came into politics. You see, there's what we call political intelligence. Asiwaju has got it.
His antecedents.
I think what that young man was trying to say is that maybe there should have been division of labor in government.
Would have made things easier.
It is not easy with you saying you want to fight corruption and you want to stabilize the economy, and then you want to do this and that, and then still say you want to man the political structure of the party.
And the economy is bad also.
And the economy is bad. I think it's a whole lot of work. And whoever you would charge that responsibility to take over the polity should be an experienced, sincere, and intellectually sound politician. And as far as Nigeria is concerned, today, as far as I am concerned, I've not seen a politician that has that political will and acumen to man the political aspect of government. So I think
The man is right.
what he was trying to say was he is being distracted. So when the president says, okay, this is who is in charge, everybody knows this is who is in charge. And this is someone that has been in charge. He was in charge. And that's what brought the president into power.
To power. Sulaiman, good afternoon from Olora. Hello, Sulaiman.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Merry Christmas in advance, sir.
Yeah, Merry Christmas also. Your contribution, please.
I'm just called to say hi to Mr. Benga, the sole administrator of Agege local government.
Okay, just to say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, then, thank you.
Oh,
What have you got to
has
say
been
about
doing.
what we're discussing?
It's a welcome idea. It's a welcome idea. We are all in support of I stand with Ashwaju Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay, is that what you say? The fight against corruption, look.
The fight against I believe there's a little bit more of politics in the legislative house.
Okay,
So we also believe Magu will also be confirmed by the special grace of God.
okay. All right, then, thank you so much, Sulaiman.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, it's all about Ashwaju Bola.
You see, that is it. You know, you can't shy away from that when you're discussing issues like this. I remember when the issue of fuel subsidy came up, the labor world tend to protest. He made a statement then and advocated for increase in minimum wage. If you say you are trying to fight corruption, what are the things that you're supposed to put into place? What are the steps in fighting that corruption?
You're taking me to where my thought was taking me, really,
Yeah.
because a man that is down already doesn't care whatever. Comes. Because how can you say you earn minimum wage of how much? 18,000, and you're not being paid salary for months.
For months.
And you see money somewhere, and you said you are not going to pick it. I don't know.
You see,
even destiny.
you see, first thing first. If you are serious about the fight against corruption, yes, I like what the president is doing. I like how he's trying to clamp down those in the judiciary and all that believe that but the first thing first, there are some things that are very important and they should be on the forefront of the fight against corruption. So when you're fighting from above, you should fight from below. You understand? Pay civil servants very well. You understand? Technology, internal audit. You see, right now it's happening, even in local government, there's what you call the IPSAS accrual, where the billing system is automated, and so it's easy for an auditor to know what is going on. And I'm sure you saw what the Minister of Education did. She named agencies that did not remit. I know. So whoever is going to man those agencies from tomorrow will know that the ball game is different. So it's a positive impact. But there are other things. We've talked about protecting the Whistleblowers Act. Empower the EFCC. Yes. We've said that. Technology, pay the civil service. So there are a lot of things. Reform the judiciary. I think the governor did. They made a very good step with the subsidy thing, because that's one thing that if you say you want to fight corruption, first of all, channel irregular subsidies towards a particular cause, the right cause. So these are things that the government should also, add, increase their enthusiasm, aside from the same way they are pushing towards fighting the judiciary, fighting this, arresting that. I think they should also do these things simultaneously.
But some people will argue, kill corruption and not Nigerians. That's because you mentioned the subsidy also. People are still...
You kill corruption. If you say kill corruption and not kill, that means you want to kill Nigeria. How can you kill corruption without killing Nigeria? It's not about killing Nigeria here. It's about ameliorating and and fighting at the same time, ameliorating the state of the
difficulties.
people, state of the nation.
Can I quickly take Olamide? Good afternoon, Olamide.
Good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
Yeah.
Your contribution, please.
Okay. Yeah, actually, the issue raised today is a laudable one, and I want to appreciate TVC for coming up with such topic.
Thank you so much.
Then I want to commend the speaker, the guest.
Honorable Gwenda Abiola.
Yes, Gwenda Abiola, yes. Hello,
Thank
can you hear me?
Thank you. Yeah.
Is he hearing
Yeah,
you?
go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So, as I was saying, the issue is more political.
Okay.
The government of President Buhari has a lot of issues, a lot of problems. Because initially, when he said it belongs to nobody and it belongs to everybody, that was the first point of call where the problem starts from. Let's take a look at from the National Assembly. It's been crisis from day one.
Yes.
Other sectors, we're having issues everywhere. Yes. Politically, the party, the APC, they're having issues from their primaries to the general election in Ondo, Kogi, and everywhere. All because they are fighting one man.
And who's the man?
All because they are fighting Ashiwaju.
Oh, okay.
And by so doing, they are messing a lot of things up. They requested for the special status for Lagos State. They always up against it, all because they are fighting that man. If anything that will benefit the country, if they know it comes from that man, they will against it. So definitely, they are getting it wrong. Nigerians are watching.
Okay.
Everybody just said, fine, 2019 is around the corner. They will decide the next thing to do.
All right.
I appreciate the courage of that young man, the sole administrator. He spoke well, but it's not everything he can say.
I know.
Because he's also a politician, and there's some power that will be watching.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your call.
Yeah.
Really appreciate. Thank you so much. Which one is this? Belong to everybody. Is that the problem?
No, you see, he made some points, and I would like to talk on the special status for Lagos.
Yes.
That was rejected.
Yes.
4 days ago, the Nigerian National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, Lagos State Chapter, they gave you an award as their youth advocate.
Okay.
And they wrote to me telling me to stand up for the, what do you call it? The special status for Lagos. Because it is only Lagos State in the history of Nigeria that has gone through such tremendous development.
With a budget of almost $1 trillion now.
Such tremendous development between 1999 and now. In terms of what revenue, development, empowerment, job opportunities. So if you say you are killing special status for Lagos, you are not killing special status for Lagos. You are killing special status for the youths. You are killing the youths of Lagos. You are telling them no more jobs for them. I want to use this opportunity to plead with the members of the Senate. They have children. They have young men. They have growing children. Even though a lot of them might be abroad, but someday they will come home. They should take that special status very serious.
Very serious.
And I'm pleading with them because I'm speaking for the National Association of Nigerian Students also. They are pleading also because they won't want to go on a protest and how have you. And I've told them that it is best. There are other ways of spilling your emotions. I'm pleading with the Nigerian Senate to please reconsider the special status for Lagos. Okay. You see, the second thing is
I've been holding on. Okay. Samuel, please reserve your thoughts. Samuel is calling from Agodo.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sorry.
Good afternoon to your guest, and it's a wonderful program you're doing.
Thank you so much.
This was very, very timely.
Thank you so much.
You see, honestly, when I look at what is happening now, in especially APC, it makes me weep because we really struggled. I mobilized for this. I'm a practical member, but I'm not just active. But before that time, I've been mobilizing people for the election. And now, because of my love for Asiwaju, and today, honestly, is a pity. But I don't know that Buhari, in fact, I was skeptical when Buhari, because I know not the North, especially these Northerners, are terrible people when it comes to when you form alliance. Look at the way a man who single-handedly made this change possible. And today, from the first day, we knew when they said, I belong to nobody, I belong to everybody. It was clear. And today they push this man at the back because I don't know whether they were afraid of him, his popularity or what. They pushed him out. And look at what is happening, sir. I have defended the people even when they started the economy. All of this, the economy is in shambles. Why? Because they allowed, they pushed away a man who was supposed to help them. A man who knew what politics. Look at, I heard when your guest said, last man, Kai, all of this. What's good for this man? If they have called this man together as a leader of the party to say, okay, let's put heads together, let's do all of this and see how Nigeria, look, all the promise, I'm sure Asiwaju they were not lying when they said they were going to feed children and all the things that they were doing. But because they pushed him aside, now look at what is happening. Look at where we are today. They should just, I call on the president to go, let him swallow his ego. We know he's the president. We know, we won't deceive ourselves that this party, this APC, was single-handedly the man. I know he must have put in a lot of resources. He must have put in a lot of sleeplessness to form this party and bring this entity together. But look at where we are today. I don't know, TVC, I think what you do for us is, I don't know if they are talking to our president. Are you people really talking to them?
But they are listening now. They're listening.
Are they really listening? Because they're really listening. You have to maybe make up a team with the young man there who is so energetic to go and talk to these people. We should talk to them. If not, I mean, as a party, look at how we have failed Nigerians. We have failed in many promises. But now, they should go and kneel down and beg Asiwaju and bring him back. So that this boat that is sinking,
all right, Samuel, thank you so much for your contribution. You see, it wasn't a plan. We were not talking Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but it seems everybody...
So you can feel the pulse. You see, you know what? Now, I think we are even going to go to that topic. Yes, because every caller has refused, which means that what they are saying is that the reason why we've not gotten there, it's not like we are getting it wrong totally, but the reason why we have not gotten there is because someone is missing in action. I don't necessarily, Asiwaju has said he doesn't have any problems with the president, but Nigerians feel otherwise because they know that he is a champion, he is a fighter. So they know when he's in the forefront. They know when he's in the forefront, they know when he's not, because it's not what you can hide.
Okay, using Lagos as an example, Lagos made it when the world was against Lagos, when Obasanjo wasn't treating Lagos well. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the governor then. He thought within himself, what can we do to revive the economy of Lagos? And today, 800 and how many billion? 1,300 about? Lagos is doing fine. Lagos is like a country on its own. Can we use the example to revive Nigeria?
Yes, you can. Look at what Fowler is doing.
Yeah, the LRS, now FIRS.
LRS, now FIRS. He took the same strategy. He imbibed from the governor then, which is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he has interpreted the same thing at the federal level. And a bulk of allocations come from non-oil revenue.
Yes.
Within a short while.
Yes.
He has done a lot.
And even Ambode was saying he needs to thank the people because people now willingly pay their tax.
That is it.
You are not compelled. You are not forced.
Even an ordinary Okada man has a tax card in Lagos. A market woman has I'm sole administrator of a local government. They pay. They go to pay.
Willingly.
Yes, you enforce. But a good number of them pay willingly. This man is an icon. You see, we weren't discussing him.
Yes.
But the people calling in
took the discussion there.
They were supposed to discuss corruption. So indirectly, they are telling you why we have not really gotten there is because probably the government is distracted because of the political what have you going on.
Okay, as we begin to wrap up, let's, because the way the people are saying, the APC, if they have gotten things right, we shouldn't be in this mess, another year's around the corner. Do you have a message for maybe your party leaders and a message for the people, a message of reassurance that things are going to get better?
First of all, we did a lot to bring this change, which I now call progress, as Ashwaju declared. And would stand by it and we'll make sure it works. The president is not sleeping, he's working. I just want whatever amendments that should be done within the party hierarchy, because I'm not there, because we are all speculating. Those are called in as speculating. If there is any reason for any political disagreement,
not rift,
they should agree.
Okay.
And I need them to understand that Ashwaju is a political icon that cannot be pushed aside.
So they need him.
So
to get Nigeria to
Nigeria needs him. If they needed him to get there, they will always need him.
Okay.
He's a leader. He's got nothing to lose.
Okay. And a message for the Agege people.
My people of Agege, it's your son again. Whatever I'm doing that I'm not supposed to, please put me right. I'm not perfect, and I assure you that together we'll take Agege local government forward. Lagos State.
And Merry Christmas to them also.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you so much, Honorable Benga Abiola, and Sole Administrator Agege Local Government. And that's our program for today. We want to really appreciate those that have called and those that tried to call also. We really appreciate it. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, a lovely holiday. My name is Dakbo Aruwa Joye. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.